Hello, this is Troy with the Noble Grafted In Middle Position, teaching about the church. Now, it's really important to understand Paul's mindset here. To the Jews, I become as a Jew in order to win Jews. To those under the law, I become as one under the law, though not being myself under the law. So they were trying to be saved by the law, by the works of the flesh, by the law, that I might win those under the law. So we have under the law, the Jews. To those outside of the law, I become as one outside of the law. So we only have those under the law and outside of the law moving into the time of Christ and beyond. The church is going to be made up of people who were under the law and outside of the law. To the Jews under the law, to the Gentiles outside of the law, he's trying to reach all. So not being outside of the law of God. So now we've got a category we need to look at. He wasn't under the law of Moses. He wasn't outside the law of Moses. But he now is inside the law of God. He's not outside of the law of God, but under the law of Christ. So to be inside the law of God is to be under the law of Christ, that I might win those outside of the law. So that's Paul saying, I'm free from all that are under the law, outside of the law, but I'm under the law of God, under the law of Christ. In order to win them all, I become a servant to all, even though I'm free from all. In Romans 3, or is God the God of the Jews only? Is he not the God of the Gentiles also? Yes, of the Gentiles also. Since God is one who will justify the circumcised by faith. See, not by the law. He justifies the circumcised, Israel, by faith, not by the law. And the uncircumcised through faith, because they're coming from the outside. So he justifies the Gentile through faith, coming from the outside, and he justifies the circumcised by faith, not by the law. Do we then overthrow the law by this faith? Circumcised by faith. By faith. By no means. On the contrary, we uphold the law. We're in the law of God.